I'm Tim Kent, and I graduated from Westmead in 2006 in the first class of the Masters in Visual Arts. Since that time, I've come back to New York City, and I set up an art studio, and I've been fortunate enough to be able to exhibit with a couple galleries for the last 15 years. My time at Westmead was very special for me because it enabled me to create a solid practice, a deep practice in painting. And that is in part due to the environment of the school itself. At the time, I think we had 9 or 10 people in the program, so the small size of the program really allowed for an intimate conversation and discussion to happen between the students and a relationship with the works that they were making at the time. We also had a great group of tutors, and it was the first year, so there were some bumps in it. But I mean, we had people like Marcus Rees-Roberts, whose sensitivity and questioning of the students really enabled them to see how far they could push their own limits, sort of personal, emotional, or investigations into why they make art and what they are putting out into the world. We also had Dr. Roger Bown and Dr. Ed Winters, who were the sort of theoretical framework of the program. Bown being a sort of structuralist, very into deterministic systems, and Ed Winters being a sort of an aesthetic philosopher who really wanted not to put a political idea behind work and just let work kind of exist for the reverie of the imagination. And so these two philosophers kind of went at it during our seminars, and that was fantastic. I got a lot out of that. One of the things that Westmead does so well is it allows an environment where the students can dedicate themselves, I think, 12 hours a day in the studios to really hone their craft and bring their skill set up to a highly polished professional level. And that's exactly what I found happened with me, and I think that was true of all the other departments, whether it was clocks, metals, musical instruments, or tapestry. You had a support staff from the technical staff, the studio technical staff that would help build constructions for the students, or to the housing staff who kept us fed and kept the place clean and kept us moving every single day. So the environment itself is sort of a closed microcosm of practical and intellectual curiosity. And that's, I think, the final thing about Westmead is it's completely unlike any other place. I come from an urban environment, growing up in New York City, and seeing the programs that were available to me, the MAs and MFAs that were available to me, was all very urban. And I was actually stuck with people that were sort of coming from the suburbs and wanted to be artists. And I didn't really want to be around people needing to sort of be radical. And what I wanted was a school where I could actually become good. And so I went to Westmead, which is the complete opposite of Brooklyn, New York. And it's this sort of idyllic world where Edward James had all the surrealists come to, and they created a very special place. And I think that energy is in, and that ethos is in the way the school is run today. And one can't help feel lucky to be there. And I think any student coming to the college will feel the same way. And so I'm very proud to have been a member of Westmead, and I can't wait to see what comes out of Westmead in the next few years.